original sin. Yeah. So, the problem of original sin is seen, that's this sent away. Adam was sent away from paradise to this world. Why? Because he committed sin. Now, the original sin comes from this idea to sin for every is original to its creation. It means Adam was created. I'm now condition there. Adam was created in its factory setting, something different. Right? They don't realize, but I'm not I'm not here to criticize somebody. This is wrong or this ideas. In this particular situation, poet and commentator shape this because it is the problem of the billions of not millions. Billions of somebody has this around that are guilty. Why? Because we commit sin in paradise. We will our God. And because of guilt, we only say, go. I don't want to. For example, sent to learn and to suffer separation. That's the mentality. But what is there are other ideas not that simple. It's just if I am made created with the full manufacturing something for manufacturing. Excuse me, it's not mistake. If this mission doesn't work, can I get this program? Let's the program. Okay. I can the machine. It's me. I say send the email to the program. Saying some of the program. You can correct it. So general scholars goes along with the teaching of Quran, which open he have created means in the perfect fashion. There is no fault. Fashion. So if there is no creation, then why some separation? Because I decided something wrong immediately in my creation. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be. So what's meaning now? Being sent away for paradise. Now the Lord says, you are faith, but no Wednesday. We have been real. We always say that when you choose evil, the wrong one, the evil choose the wrong option. We choose is It is not true according to our nature. It is external to our nature, our external to creation, our creation. It means any evil we do is nothing to do with my reality. My reality is wrong. My reality rejects it. But I have the option to choose. Through this option, I'm not going to serve this discussion, through this option, I am learning. I am developing. I am proving what is already in me. The all qualities that I need to come my God is innate in me. I have to use. How I use in my field. So when I use my will, if they make wrong choice, the alarms goes off. Nothing wrong. They imitate. Reminder says nothing wrong. It's not showing your nature. It says. My nature says. Because these are not first. I have to my own nature. My own nature says this is wrong. I understand. I don't get it together to me. Telling lies wrong. I know that. But I may struggle like the seed gives shoot and it has to grow out and branching branches in the air fruit. That is process of acknowledging which is my nature. It means in my facility there's no fault. But I can use it or misuse it, and I am even given the option. But I have to. It is not to me. It's not to me. I know it. I recognize that something is wrong. Going on. That's why we always emphasize on the paying attention to the other when you leave speaks to your human quality. And human quality your human quality is the judge. Whether this is right or wrong. You don't have any other external criteria to understand what art is without using your nature. That's very theologically very essential. If someone misses it, he always keeps leaning about himself. And he is under the pressure of your consciousness. I am guilty. I am doing something wrong, and something is wrong. Me. I can record self. But in this list, I get complaints. And so I'm helpless. Excuse me, between the external no. When I make it, there's no evil out there. That's first. But when I made wrong choices, This will be against my nature. That's why it's called evil. Like in my finger. It is evil for me. But in its creation, there's no evil, there is no external evil. Neither is there internal evil. So my attitude turns the external objects for myself as harmful. For myself. Like the example, nine is beautiful. No, manufacturers to the cloth and they said because you make the light shine, that's why I cut my finger. We are in the night shut. But when I use it, that is bad for me. But in reality, no, it's not people. In reality, there is no evil existence. We have to be careful. But when I misuse, whenever I use that is harmful, that is I can change it, the external object, the same, the nine shut, and I have done from using it to whatever I want to do with it. Then the same knife becomes good, not evil anymore. You understand the external yeah, okay. External. That's why when I start this height, when we say go and throw the pebbles to an element that's external Satan. Satan is not internal. So something egoistic tendencies, extremes, so bad for us, etc. These options not really to part of my manufacturer. My manufacturing setting or manufacturing setting. External, I may use it, or I'm ashamed of it. For example, save example, always. Let's just change from that to make form of life. Let's make it one makes three. Look at this. I have chosen this option. My one. This double one makes three. My nature is wrong, and it's not in my nature. It's external to be not chosen. Saying if there were no option for me to say double one makes two, one makes one and double one makes three, whatever is and this. If I not has option, I wouldn't be able to know that double one makes true. As to what? 3, 4, 5, 1, etc. We get it. So we all know that. We all know that. First. Our nature is pure.
But we have the option to choose. That's one. When, in order to choose, one must be right, the rest must be wrong. And do I have the ability to acknowledge it? Yes. I have been given this quality to acknowledge the truth. What is it to do with the prophets then, or the revelations?
They come there to guide us. They are there to guide us to make sure we are using our nature in the right way. That's why if you are careful, we are careful now when you say, and is the lie. For those people who are careful to use their nature themselves. There are certain questions that human beings ask, but they might be able to say. We have questions, but we may not be able to answer them straight away without ourselves. But we should be careful when I receive the kind of revelation. How can I confirm it? Who will ask? How can I confirm it? Why is your nature the most business point? You can confirm what your father told you that the right. You can confirm what the teaching was your community. You can only confirm it by using own qualities. So ultimately, the Quran is right. Quran is the one reminder. What does it remind? Everybody. Quran is the reminder. What does it remind? Sorry. What's already in your being? That's why we have to learn how to trust nature. We have to learn how to trust ourselves. It doesn't mean that my ego says, no, my setting. That's why we have to learn. We are greedy, not disappointed. That's why I keep complaining with myself as well. Mothers, careful. You cannot make children Muslims. They are only Muslim. But you can make them other in the wrong way. You can still hold them. That's why we are warned to be careful not to only hear the nature of the children. Sorry. Yeah. Ego is free will. We are given option to choose one as an alternative, another one. But our mind knows that when I choose wrong option, I know that it is wrong. So ego means making a decision or choice against your nature. That's why we define belief. Sometimes words and not making important because it's the sequence of words. Belief is not containing your nature. Not spoiling your creation. But of course, it may sound something the mind never heard this definition. But you have to be very careful all the descriptions must boil down to the fundamental base. Belief is not contradicting yourself. It means not moving with nature. Keep factual things. Now we have it intact. The factors must be, but no one can. I don't know. I so what somebody say, but it's impossible. There are some they may come in they don't know but like 14 that's where they are all like the best from and like huge like I can understand like I didn't but we're all one from culture and society shapes us, meaning that as we grow older, we kind of our nature. How do I like clarify myself what's the nature and like living how living from my mother so like what's external factors. So now we have some problematic which the society shapes us. Society doesn't shape us. I don't know the history about us. Do you know the what is that? Diamond. Where do you throw it? With the dirt. Does it rust? Does it? No. They may get some dirt. External. Wash it away. That is the society outside us makes awful. Makes awful. Of course. They say, the best mathematical expression is double one makes 3. Double one makes 1.8. Double one makes 4. But your nature no. Double one makes 2. You can project it. Okay. It needs training. I understand. But we are here to train ourselves. It needs training.
It is not impossible. We cannot really spoil the nature of diamond if you like. Yeah, but if someone doesn't want to wash himself or herself with nature, it means doesn't want to pay attention to its own nature. It means doesn't listen to its own soul. If someone, then at the end, this person gets used to dealing with the external dirt and becomes involved in the external dirt, rejects, denies its pure nature, and that's called Khatamallahu ala qulub. God said, okay, there's no way for you to get out of it because you have never tried. Never tried. Going astray farther and farther. But again, the diamond nature is there. But obstinacy may make us develop certain attitude to deny. Our nature, I'm not saying deny religion, because denying your nature is denying the truth. Denying truth is denying your origin. Denying origin means denying your source of existence. And we call it religion. Religion belongs to my source of existence. It means the way I am created. Denying the way I am created.
So I feel like, going back to what the brother said, okay, or I guess, what Captain was concerned about were the original nature. So how do we go on about going into that
I know no way coming to the halakha on Saturday morning, the morning. Next week, by the way, we will start with the mikvah, 10 o'clock, but the time will be the same. But the clock will cheat us. Rather than showing 11, it will show 10. So, but it means we have to train, we have to intend. It is with us. Who doesn't want to be good? Who says, who doesn't want to be? To be good is innate in us. So that's our option to choose. We have to come back, we have to come back. Why are you here? For example, why am I here? Really to acknowledge the dirty, the dirt, get rid of them. Get rid of them. It's not innate, it's external to clean them. They are cleanable. So we have options, but doesn't mean that we have a corrupt nature.
So in this process, it's hard to filter what is actually corruption versus.
But you are using the common language. So we have to have a definite attitude towards our being. Our being. Let me say something to you. I think you wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, but you could.
No, because I will slightly change the direction of the subject. So before going.
Sorry, I'll tell you. But I was debating with a friend about this and trying to kind of talk with everyone in this class, and I had a hard time explaining to them because they had a view that maybe you could argue that we're at a neutral state, like at birth, right? But he gave an example of like a child soldier and how they're trained to like kill and believe that killing is good from the point that they're born. And so his argument was, I don't see how you can tell me I'm going to be good, you can tell me I'm going to be neutral, and good and evil are both learned. And I was having trouble trying to prove that wrong. And I know we've talked a lot about this, and it makes sense to me every time we talk about it. But when people challenge that view, like this he did, it's so hard for me to keep proving that, right? So does this come down to just believing that we're innately good, or is there some other kind of, I don't know, deduction that we can?
So in this community or in this culture, civilization, that's something beautiful and true. Don't be judgmental. It means don't try to judge other people, but listen to yourself. So I cannot know fully what the reason they were chosen, the way they were chosen, this way or that way. I don't know. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. A lot of influences, or with the language of the Quran again, inspirations, a lot of whisperings come this way. Say, double 2 makes 2.00001. Very close to 2, but, you can say, what is the distance? Negligible amount that our nature acknowledges. So I have to look at myself and judge about myself, not other people. Judge about myself doesn't mean that I have to be judgmental or I can be judgmental to myself. It is wrong again. To be judgmental is wrong. But listen to your nature. You are choosing this because you are choosing. You are free to choose it. Is it right? Is it wrong? Ask yourself. Primarily ask yourself. And if you are not sure about it, listen out what your Creator is speaking to. That's another source. Guidance. What does it say? Can I go along with it? Again, can I approve it? Can I work with it? With the guidance that I receive from the spoken language of the Creator, not action-wise language of the Creator. And action-wise language is pure. Spoken language also we don't know. Somebody may say this is, I am inspired by God, the other person falsely claim that he is inspired by God. So again, criterion is with you. So we have to speak from ourselves. You have to say, rather than trying to convince other people, we don't know how they are using themselves. We don't know how they might be really indoctrinated by other ideologies or something we don't know. Try to check within myself. Does it make sense to you that we are perfect in our creation? We have to use our perfect factor setting. And when I deviate from that, it will be my misuse of free choice, power of choice. I shouldn't use that. I have to come back. And what to do with it, we will study on Wednesday. Then hopefully, inshallah, I'm planning to study this Wednesday, inshallah. So it is beautiful to realize that you made a mistake. Don't be really sorry for it. To realize it's beautiful. We cannot talk about on behalf of other people. So I can only speak for myself. Only speak for myself. So I don't know what the other people are using, what are they doing, what they do. I have no idea. So if it is valid for me or not. So think about it. So,
Sorry. I'm thinking of that. Talking about Adam, when Adam was sent from heaven, and we talk about how, so that, correct me if I'm this exactly, did you say sin is chaos?
no, we said no. Sinning is not within ourselves. It's an external option. I can misuse my qualities, but my internal creation, if you like, our nature, says this is wrong. Don't do it. But I have the option. This is not that to be to have an option, to have free will. No one wants to use his or her free will. So this is an option. For example, I want to have this machine. There are two ways of having this machine. Following the normal legal procedure, transaction, buying it, or stealing it. So there are two ways. I can steal it, even not, no one bothers. So I can take it, put it in my bag, briefcase, and go walk away. No one will notice. But because they know that it's more good without that. But it's not that free. But I can do that. It's an option. But ask myself, what I am doing is right or wrong. My own nature will say, you are doing something wrong. That's why when I'm going, yeah, it's not normal way of going there. Now, what Adam did in paradise, the representative Adam is you and me. What we do, I want eternity. Example, my human desires are, if you like, hardwired with love of eternity. Now, how can I get to eternity? There are two ways. By following the natural way, the real true way. Let's call it what is true way, we don't know yet. But shortcut. We say, why don't we go to paradise straight away? Yeah? Why don't we? There must be a way. So if I misuse my free will, misuse my free will, what I will do, I will say that, for example, I am the source of, or I may become a source of eternity, so I can turn myself into eternity by doing something. I don't know. But the representation of this attitude in this scenario of Adam in paradise and evil and devil in paradise, go and get closer to this truth so that when you take from it, you will, on interpretation, gain eternity. Shortcut. Without paying and going through the cashier, just taking it a short way. It seems to be easy. Of course, no, you can't. You have to train yourself. You have to learn how to get eternity. It means you have to work, you have to get money, and then buy it. It means develop your seed, which acknowledges eternity, grow it. That's why we are here. The spirit, the seed, has fallen into earth. For what? To grow into a tree. That's why for a seed to be in soil is perfect.
Now, why you say that?
Yeah. Yeah, heavenly and we are pure. Yeah, we are heavenly and we are pure. It means the seed is pure. When you put it into mud, still the seed is pure. It will grow there. It means through experience, I will grow into a tree. Tree represents what? Paradise represents eternal happiness. Eternal represents being with God. Right? That's why how we are here to go back to our origin and unite with our origin. Right? That's the theory of unification in reality described, studied by me. That's the unification which Shams and Rumi represents this. I think you want to talk.
But God was planning for all of this. Like He gave them this test in order for them to reach a level where they are ready to make their own choices. And so sending them down to earth was not a punishment, but like a first step in showing or doing really right. Like so it's taking this like that God was angry with them or like okay. So that's just when
No, who's made them up? No. What? In what age did you send your son to school or daughter? Sorry? Was a daughter. You have 6? MashaAllah, why is it going up? Since you are older. Okay, inshallah. Okay. What's the average age? You said 6? Okay. Until 5, they are listening. They are at home. So why do you send them to home? Why to give them the opportunity to learn, to educate, to develop, right? Right. If you like, when other ones, you and me, but babies, yeah, perfect without doubt. We have no worry whatsoever. Yeah, everybody is always making fun of this. Everybody is after you. Not only your mother, your father, your grandmother from mother's side, your grandmother from father's side, 6 people, and father's side, mother's side. They have come in for one person, the son. When they reach the age of 6, in the example, 5 and 6, they say, educate. What are they learning? They are developing what is within themselves. We are. Adam is here on earth to grow what is in itself in the form of a seed. So get used to become acquainted with your source. So when we are taken away from it, it means, if you like, the fruit of our life tree will have a seed in it again. Originally is there. Right? We think that at the beginning of the tree, origin is rotten, right? It grew into a tree which gives not only one fruit, it was one fruit or one seed, became thousands, hundreds of thousands. Yeah, especially if you fig, for example, if you have fig tree, if you grow fig tree, so millions of the same thing. We think that we lost one, we didn't lose any. We gain millions. That's why the paradise God says, I will reward you even more in the verse, more than what you deserve. Why? Because of the nature of our creation to gain the capacity to acknowledge, to become acquainted with our origin. That's why we are here we are trained here. Now, the author will go into the discussion saying that, look, we are not here to suffer from separation at all. We are here to develop in order to become more and more acquainted with our nature, with our source of existence. That's why the things in the world never complain that they are separated from their origin. When you hear that the rustles of the voice, the rustles that the leaves are as they fall in autumn, they are not really crying. They are announcing something. The orchestra is going on. Symphony is going on. Music is going on. That's why it is important to understand that this falling of the tree leaves are not suffering. When I die, they represent my death. When I die, I'm not going to suffer from death. Do you think the fruit, when the fruit on the branch of the tree gets ripe, it becomes very, very fragile. The stem becomes very fragile if you touch it close. Do you think it is a fall, it is a separation, or fulfilling the mission? Fulfilling the mission. That's why we get old. I don't know some other people, but I do get old. When we get old, I understand that I must be right in getting ready to grow my original seed when I was a baby. That's why as the people grow, the growing curve goes back. The answers they become like original form. It baby. Yeah, like a baby, they don't remember anything, they get sick, the people serve them. Yeah, that's our reality. There's nothing wrong with it. That just the way we are created demonstrates that in the creation, everything has a positive purpose, not negative at all. Now, in order to jump to the text, hope we can go back to the text. Now, if an engineer designs a machine and makes it whatever he or she has in his mind, her mind, and it comes out and it is here. Now, do you think, let's say this machine is conscious. Example, this is just metaphor. This machine is conscious. It's aware of its own existence because we are going to use it for ourselves. So it is aware of its own existence. Do you think this machine has any right to say that my master, my maker, my Lord, throw me away from his mind? Example, better. What do you think? Or is it pleased that it has given its own existence, but this existence depends on the master's ability, capacity, right? It has no right to complain that I am thrown away. It is not separation. The machine has not been separated from me if I am the maker. So the machine says, my creator, my master made me with all the qualities he has. And because I am a conscious being, I have to acknowledge these qualities as coming from my master. So that is the way how we become aware of our Lord, God.
Yeah. So, I was just saying that it depends to you that when you say person, then I was saying, yeah, that the nature of the
Don't let yourself be used. That's a metaphor, or you understand, but the machine, as far as its own existence is concerned, is aware that it is not a separation. But now the new word, representation. We don't know the master, but we know that by studying this machine, the master's qualities are manifested. It represents the master. That's why human beings especially are caliphs. It means vice chairmans of their creator. You understand now the scenario of Adam, the scenario of me and you, and we have to make sure that we are not here separated from our God, and we have to suffer from separation. Those people who have this Layla who have you, they never get together. They never unite. Karam and Asli, Asli, these are the who's familiar with this literature? You are? Yeah. So they never get united. They never. That is the nature of it. Because the main fundamental understanding is lies here. From one aspect, from another aspect, something else. But from one aspect, if they unite, if you like, they will lose the pleasure of killing the love, because they have to suffer from separation. That's why Rumi says that, I don't know Rumi very much, but Rumi said, "Bishnevinlerin şikayet muhtemel, judayi ha şikayet muhtemel." Means they listen to the right, no, flip, right, read, yeah. Listen to the reed. When they blow, of course, the Rumi is a great man. So blowing the God blew the spirit into human being from himself, represents that, and it makes noise. And this noise is the noise of complaint from separation. From it was taken, because the reed was taken from the reed farm, and it lost its origin. It's singled out there. So it wants to go back to its origin. It looks fantastic. It looks really touching, but at the same time, it represents separation, and separation requires suffering, and suffering is against our nature. So let's come back to the author now, what he says. So the mind, now we are going to at last. So the mind, if you are following, does not hear from them the sorrowful plaints of separation that foremost Rumi, Mevlana Jalaluddin Rumi, and all lovers hear that they hear separation. But the author says, on the contrary, dominical praise and laudation and grateful thanks offered to the most merciful one, the ever-living, the self-subsistent, the qualities of it. It means I am the producer or manufacturer of this machine. It was in my mind, it was with me. And what I did, I wanted to make it, give it an external existence here. So I made it with my own qualities, representing my qualities. Now, there are two approaches in this metaphor. This is a conscious being, like human beings, and it says, I'm separated, I'm thrown away from my master, from my maker. Right? Or, as the author says, I am here to demonstrate, to announce the qualities of my Creator. Look at me and you can see the signs of His qualities in me. Depending on your attitude towards the creation, you take these two opposite, contradictory positions. If you say, what am I going to do in this world? I have no aim, nothing. I have not accomplished my expectations. Everything seems to be horrible and there's no... what did you do? There's nobody is really, interested in you to get married, etc., showing interest. And I have no job, I have no income, and my parents keep pressurizing on me, etc. The society says you are 30 years old and you didn't get married still, and that's it. That's it. That is the expression there. You are expired. No, the point. You have to be thrown into the dumpster. Yeah. That's one way. The other way is, look, my creation is meaningful. I can acknowledge the qualities of my Creator in my existence, and I can see and understand that the qualities of the Creator manifested themselves in the things. I have to communicate with them, get to know the origin. Which one is better? Which is more really constructive, optimistic, and no despair. I am here to acknowledge God, not I am here to get married. I'm here to get married and also travel. So why do you put yourself to travel? Just enjoy your
Part of your training.
The part of your training, yes. Okay, take it in this way. We can use it. So I'm not saying and hinting at it. So what I'm trying to say, when we must have a positive attitude towards our existence, towards the existence of everything in the world, use it as laudations, expressing dominical praise. It was my Lord, my Creator, my manufacturer, gave me this quality, this quality, this quality. Here they are, out there, everything is really calling me to acknowledge their Creator. They acknowledge to come to know the qualities of their Creator. Everything is really making a symphony. Yeah? It's a beautiful sonata, whatever they call it. So it is here. Grateful thanks offered to the most merciful one, the ever-living, the self-subsistent. It means the qualities of the Creator. that you made me this, you gave me this, thank you, whatever you receive, however you make it, this doesn't have the right to say that you didn't make me as big as that one. No, you gave me this existence, I'm happy with it. Then within my own existence, I can understand and acknowledge the qualities of my maker. I am here to announce it, not to cry. You understand, and I personally understand that this is extremely important to build a self-confidence in the world, sensitive world. We have to build a self-confidence in our options. Sorry? Yep, being existence. So, in qualities in our existence. We have to be proud of our Lord because we exist. We are given existence. What else do you want? But I want something, whatever the society really injects or imposes on us. You don't have to. I don't know. We were coming in car and discussing with our friends today as we were driving, who is the most useful, what is the most useful profession? We said, I think shepherds are doing the best, or farmers are doing the most. They are trying to create this, actually, to create this production for us. Without it, we cannot do it. Yeah. So we say about the science. That is imposition. It doesn't mean that it's a study, no, but we have to be very careful. We are just following if no one says, hey, do you want any of your children to be it is the most useful profession. So that they are free to choose. Okay. But we think that no, because this society says to be a shepherd or a farmer is not a good profession. I'm not here to propagate certain profession, not that at all. But these are artificial concepts that injected into our hearts and minds. No, what do you have? Why do I have to do this way or another way? I have to just be happy with my existence and do whatever you want to do. But don't be carried away by external whisperings. Okay. Since the trees, I'm continuing to read, since the trees have all become bodies, their leaves have become tongues. Now he's making an analogy. So their leaves have become tongues. At the touching of the breeze, each recites over and over again. Each leaf recites over and over again. When the breeze touches them, it means, yeah, it is he, it's he. In Arabic, they say who. But that is another. You don't have to say that. They are not saying who, they are saying you. No. That's an analogy. It means they are naming the qualities of their creator. Yeah.
What does the breeze represent?
Now, breeze represents him. If you take it for the story of Adam, it is the story of your existence. The breeze, God's breathes from his spirit. In Arabic, you understand. So God breathed into the body of Adam from his own soul. It means Look at this method. Very simple. This analogy works. This machine, let's say I made this. I mean, I can't, but it's not my profession, but a man, a human being made it, man or woman. So, if you like, it's just an analogy. Don't misunderstand. This is just really metaphor. Yeah. Whatever the qualities of engineering I had breathed into it. You understand? It means this quality reflected. Did I lose some of my quality because I gave it? No. That is important. This is just with the language of the Quran. This is nothing but the reflection of my qualities on the machine. But I don't lose anything. It is not a part of me. You know, لا هو عنه ولا هو غيره. It is not a part of me, neither is it independent from me. I mean, so I believe my qualities into it. Right? For the human existence, if you look at your own, if you want to understand your own existence, God has breathed from His own Spirit to you. It means you have all the qualities of God manifested, reflected in your constitution. You are not independent of your Creator. All the qualities in you are given to you by your Creator. What are you expected to do? To acknowledge it. To acknowledge it. They are not mine. I'm giving these qualities by my Maker.
Let me say, like the story of Adam, when he says, when Satan says, why should I prostrate myself in front of him? He said, you know not what I know. And then it goes on to say, and we taught Adam all the names. And then he recited all the names to the angels. So each name represents a quality of God. And like this whole thing of breathing the Spirit into us and His qualities. So some of us represent certain qualities and some.
No, the same word. God says, Lahul Asma'ul Husna fad'uhu biha. All the beautiful names belongs to the Creator, and when you invoke Him through this, it means all beautiful Maker, all wise Maker. Yeah. And the same word is used there. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. All the God taught Adam means manifested in its own nature, in His own nature, all the names. The same thing. So what we name is misnomer in this, we call them, for example, this is a table, these are spectacles or glasses, we call them this. These are dictionary names. You know, this human society named them table, etc. But Nursi in his writings are very careful. He doesn't use the names that this is a table, this is a machine, or this is the hand. He said, no. What are there that in the universe we are experiencing? The laws, the fundamental principles of absolute power, absolute knowledge, absolute wisdom, absolute mercy, absolute trust. What he does, he names the qualities manifested in the creation as the, if you like, inspirations or breathing coming from the origin, absolute. This is manifested there. Absolute power is manifested here. Absolute wisdom is manifested here. But it is my projection. So in the universe, what we are taught, it means we are given the reflected form of qualities of God in our existence and the existence of everything. So when we say this is a mountain, this is a fake naming. The real name that Adam was taught, this is the manifestation of power, this is the manifestation of Jalal, the awesomeness, magnitude of God. So the people communicate among themselves by using fake languages, human languages. Mountain. Mountains mean nothing. Mountain has no significance, nothing. Doesn't represent any value. Doesn't represent anything. Just as the Quran said, فَسَمَّيْتُمُوهَا أَنْتُمْ وَآبَاؤُكُمْ. You have named your fake idols. These are the names you and your forefathers coined. So it is difficult to use the Quranic vision in our life because we are not aware of our own nature. When we see them, for example, fruit, let's say, what's it this morning? Sorry? Orange. Use this one. There's something, talk about it. So,
Papaya.
so, sorry?
Papaya.
I don't know that one. Orange, I know. So, we call it, this is orange. But those people who are aware of the reality of existence calls it mercy, present from my God, yeah, wisdom, nourishment, compassion, beauty. What does orange mean? Orange means nothing. It's normal. It's misrepresentation. When we say the following of the same scenario, it's beautiful. The Quran scenario, beautiful. They followed, really. And he asked the angels, name them, and they could not. What does it mean? So, but Adam named. And we hear some or read in some books saying, oh, he knew the names of the things. This is a table, this is an orange. You don't have to be a human being to call it orange. A human being uses the qualities in himself inherited from not the external dictionaries and civilization, inherited from its creator. The creator doesn't have the name of orange. Created the names of Khaliq, Fatir, Bari, Muzayyin, Musawwir. So what we do, we misunderstand and replace the God's names with the dictionary names and make God speak in this way in our interpretations, commentaries on the Quran. We have to be very careful. Do you remember this story? He asked the angels, come on, tell Ismail, come on, let me know their name. They said, we don't know, because angels knows only one angel represents one name. But human beings represent kullaha, all of the names of God. That's why human qualities represent God's qualities on earth in the form of reflection. Make. I mean, I am the maker, it's the mission. You see, there's no relationship, the mission cannot have any human qualities, but what the qualities it has is from, or are, or from. That's what we have to communicate with the universe within this category, if you are category of thinking. That's why we have to first, all of us, establish confidence in our existence. No way to despair because you couldn't get orange. You don't need orange. You need mercy. And mercy is in you. You can acknowledge it. Orange is not in you. Orange is made up. It is just artificial.
Throw the orange in the
But you call it orange. What we call it orange. Yeah. But we call it orange in order to communicate between you and me. But it does. This word orange never represents any reality at all. Nothing. So all we should stop using the terminology like the law of nature, law of something. We have to replace all these terminologies with law of the creator's qualities, law of absolute power, law of absolute knowledge. I can see the manifestation of law of absolute mercy, law of absolute judge, law of absolute wisdom, the creator. We have to rewrite everything with a new vocabulary. That's what Quran teaches us. Even we know all the names of God manifested here in this world. We acknowledge them because we are given the quality to acknowledge them. They are not foreigner, they are not alien to us. It is they are with us. So that's why people say the human beings are better than angels. And we just what? In which sense? We have to know in which sense I'm better than the angels. If I keep saying one. But for the personal human horizontal relationship, we call orange, and but we have to bear in mind that orange is the chest, if you like. Inside there is a treasure. Treasure is in the Quranic language the khaza'in samawati wal ard, the treasure of the heavens and earth with God. So don't be misled by the chest. People orange. In orange, what is hidden? The names of the Creator. So we have to really decipher the meaning in the creation always. It's not easy. It needs training. Especially it is difficult for us because we are used to first communicating through language. Even worse, understanding the Quran with the dictionary. It is the biggest crime that a human beings can ever commit. How can you understand the Quran with made up, human, fabricated vocabulary and understand the Quran with dictionary? It is a crime. But how can you, without understanding the Quran, without referring to the dictionary meaning? So when the Quran says orange, what we should say? See, compassion, wisdom, healing, security, providence. The one who prepared it knows what I mean. Trust and meaning. Right? So when we read the word here, for example, let's say date. Date is used in the Quran. So God is talking about the day. Why? What's the purpose in talking about it? Drawing our attention, see what is in it. Date is a chest, there is a treasure. You have to discover how you got the keys. You know, you got the keys. Maqalidu samawati wal ard is with God, and He inspired, not inspired, breathed these maqalid, these keys, you know, this locks, not sorry, locks. You can open the treasure. It is with you. Wow, human beings are so precious. We are so precious beings.
I understand that you cannot try to understand the Quran as what they said to it, but no truth because the Quran has formed like that is like loaded on the church. same time, Quran is revealed in a Bengali language. So like at some point you need to kind of set the base so you can build on top of it. So
How are you going to do?
yeah.
So, Quran will say orange. Orange. Look at the orange. We discussed this. Very simple. Thursday. Quran says, look at the orange. Let's say, yeah. Let's say this alone. Look at the orange. Look. That's it. So, I obey the command of God. What do you think? It's stupid. It means, look at the orange. Discover what is hidden. What does it have? The message carrying to you. So when the Quran uses the orange, don't say which orange. This is the orange grown in California or in Saudi Arabia or Arabian Peninsula. Is the yellow one or the red one? Quran never means no thing. That's why you cannot understand the Quran with vocabulary, for dictionary. Really, what you have to do? Read the verse according to the purpose of the Quran. What is the purpose of the Quran? To remind what's to you. To remind what's expected to you. To remind you how to read the creation. It's a place of manifestation of the exhibit hall. What do they exhibit? The qualities of the creator. So when you say, look at this machine, it doesn't mean that, okay, I looked at the machine. So it means, this kind of qualities it has. So that we will understand the quality of the engineer. So that's what is the purpose of the speech in the word of God. Kalamullah, in the word of God. The purpose is to teach you your origin, where you are coming from, and what you are expected to do here. So when you use the dictionary refers to the chest. The purpose of the Quran is the jewelry in it. So if you just take the chest and leave the jewelry, what are you doing? That's why the Quran says you are carrying the books like a donkey carries. Because you are not getting the jewelry. Referring to certain scholarship, previous to Islamic tradition, they have the message, revelation, but they lost the meaning of the message, revelation, as related to their dictionary meaning. Not the jewelry inside. So they are carrying the book. They said, they are carrying the book, and like a donkey carries the book. You know that donkey carries the paper. Human carries the meaning. So don't treat the Quran like just a paper and completion of certain papers and some signs on it, not the meaning. If you miss the meaning, you become the Quran's expression, those people who carry the previous scriptures like donkeys carrying the books. So we should not turn ourselves into. That's what what we usually do. It's getting late. What we usually do, we say, okay, those people followed not the Islamic tradition, Quranic tradition. They follow the corrupt tradition. They treated their books like this. That's why God called them, you are carrying the books like the donkey, like a donkey. You have to carry the book like a human being. You must read it. What is in it? Yeah, they did this. We read or carry the book. Inside, I don't know. I don't know. So Quran doesn't speak to the previous followers of the previous revelation. Quran speaks to its own audience. Now, we have to read the Quran as I read it, speaking to me, not referring to others. Okay.
If it's unrelated, that's fine. I just was wondering in the story of Adam that we talked about so much today. If he was already in paradise, which I understand is the eternal happiness, why was he trying to get eternal?
This is a symbolic teaching. It means the Quran is telling me that you are originally like a baby in paradise, but you become you become polluted yourself by external expectations and making wrong choices, and now you want this. If you listen to yourself, you want this eternal happiness. You can gain it. You can gain it, but you have to grow into a tree if you like in earth. So you have to train yourself. So your spirit is with God. But you have the option to acknowledge God to reject it. So your spirit is with God. You cannot say that I don't know who God is. I don't know who my Lord is. I don't know who my Maker is. You cannot say that. Your spirit, your origin, your soul knows what it means. You are in paradise in your own nature. Try to recognize it or acknowledge it and grow with it. Grow with it. So in paradise, a symbol, your spirit is pure.
So it's just so my condition now is very similar to what Adam had, right?
Yeah, your spirit is always in paradise. But like this one, I can see, I can hear, but that is the power of sight, power of hearing is with me. Yeah, but I can close my eyes. I can plug in my ear. I may not hear. For example, I have the ability to think. I have the ability to acknowledge what is good, what is bad, what is merciful, what is horrible. So horrible. I know that it is with me, but I may not use it. So by using it, educating myself, it means getting to know my origin. We are here to get to know our origin, right? And it is not apart from me. We are not gaining from somewhere else. It is with us. We have to train, we have to do training to grow it. That's why everybody is responsible for himself.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just that you can also understand that the Adam faced God face to face as the story today, and then he was in paradise, but he still made that terrible mistake. As in it's like very.
Because you can't relate, because it's we
It
know
just
that
means whatever I know,
No.
or whatever I try.
Are you have we settled down about this point that the mistake is external to us, right? We have been talking about it a lot lately. The mistake is external to us. We may make mistakes. We are eligible to do that. But we know that it's a mistake. We may not make it or withdraw it. Making mistakes is not a great deal. Not acknowledging is the
Isn't it kind of like really what we experience in our daily life that we want to have like happiness at the utmost level in any kind of condition. And like in practical life, like what where we are looking for this like happiness is in the uh, individual events or like in the material things. For example, like driving a BMW, I think that I I have this vision that if I drive BMW, I'm gonna be a happy person that I am really yearning for. So looking for the happiness in the causal relationship. So I think this is exactly what like Adam did. Like that's in like in our nature that we want to be happy. We want to like experience that like at all times. But yet like we always fall into that trap that we kind of forget that like the happiness can only be satisfied by an absolute source because in the causal relationship, the causes are not really they don't hear us, they don't have intellect, they don't have power, so they cannot really be the source of my happiness. But yet we repeatedly always fall into that trap in our own like daily practical life. I think that's like this is the way that I understand like what it means to fall out of the like paradise because Adam like fell in that trap that he assumed that like the tree or whatever the tree is or that causal relationship is going to be the source of the happiness.
In our example, if I think that an orange is going to be a source of happiness for me, then I eat orange. As I get happiness, it's happiness. So no, I'm not. I cannot really sustain me. So I have to see what is represented in the existence of orange. So read it and get, associate myself with the origin. What is manifested there in the orange. So that is the training happening here. Adam, the story of Adam is my story, and I'm telling you right now what I'm expected to do. So don't go. There is no need to argue that whether didn't it really happen or no. Why doesn't it? Why doesn't it? I'm reading this metaphor now, and the time says, okay, with the time of this disposition, and their natural tendencies, natural dispositions, the way they are created, they continuously declare the trees, everything, every event continues to declare, oh God. It means really their creator, or declare the qualities of their creator manifested in them. Their conscious beings are expected to read them and seek the necessities of their lives from him, not from the orange, from the creator of the orange, yeah? From the treasure of mercy. So they are the heralds. They are not crying because from separation. They are bringing news bringer. If you are news bearers, yeah, there are heralds. So, and through the tongue of their manifesting life from top to bottom, they recite his name of all living one. Because when they make noise, so they say we are living, so we are giving life. What do they say? My source of existence is the eternally living one. So in Arabic, Yahai. When they say Yahai. When they make movement, say Yahai. It means if you open the chest, the lid of my chest, you will see that I, the word, my creator is the ever living one. This news will come because I have been given life. One example, we can use other. Okay, O ever living and self-subsistent one. Through the names of ever living and self-subsistent, endow the heart of this rich one, endow the heart of this rich one with life. The author says, we can say it, yeah? With life and bestow sound direction on his confused mind. So we have just please bestow sound direction on our confused mind. Because we are confused, we have confused minds. external effect, but we acknowledge it. So we have to seek guidance. That's it. Amen. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alim al-hakim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Before closing, inshallah, next Saturday at the same time, but the clock is not say 11, 10. So the 10. Can we make it? Not 1 hour early. No, it's the same time. So at 10, and we didn't come here. Why I brought this hadith and related verse? Inshallah, next Saturday we will discuss what the significance here. This. Let me say that now the prophet got up, looking towards the sky, and recited. We will say, we will get up, we will look at the sky, and recite. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار. In the creation of the heavens and earth, there are signs for it. And the problem.
Event that he was late for the Sabbath prayer.
No, no, that was another hadith. I know. That is another joke.
At night, when waking up, we should
Yeah.
pray.
No,
Last
but
sentence.
there is another hadith we shared with him. Bilal came and woke the Prophet up for Fajr prayer. I was joking. Who was more religious, Bilal or the Prophet? Because the hadith narration is not really Bukhari. So Bilal was more religious than the Prophet, maybe. He woke up early. So these are interesting points that gives some clues for us what really religion is. Yeah? But we have to, inshallah, be patient, slowly, but inshallah, surely and steadily, but securely, we will walk step by step. Next Saturday at 10. See you. بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة.